Hey guys, it's your boy Neomis here. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the rumors for Alex Iwobi being linked away from Arsenal, as well as Moise Kean from Juventus being linked to Arsenal, which baffles me. So get ready for a bit of a rant, people, but stay tuned to my thoughts and my views. Please leave your comments below and let's go. So guys, forgive me for my voice, it's just completely gone, but today's news, we got Moise Kean, the Juventus striker, young player, I believe he's 21, 22 years old, had a pretty decent season last year, was in the headlines a lot, and unfortunately for the wrong reasons. He again was kind of racially abused across the whole season by Juventus fans and by rival fans. And some of his reactions and the way how some of his teammates reacted was all over the place. But it said that he'd actually be interested in moving away because of these type of reasons. And it said that Arsenal are in the running for his signature. Now, I don't quite understand why this rumor has even come about. I don't know if this is just an agent thing going on, but if Arsenal are said to really be in talks with trying to get Moise Kean over the line, I don't get it. We've got two young strikers that I've talked about in previous videos in regards to what we've done over pre-season, and even the game against Fiorentina last night. Such a really good match. 2 goals by Eddie Nketiah. Why are we looking for another young striker? We do not need another young striker. No way. Especially when we have John Jules right behind Eddie Nketiah, who for me is not really that far behind. He's a player who I believe you give him half a season or maybe a season within the first team, can be right up there with Eddie Nketiah. So it's a really strange one for me. Now, the only thing that I could possibly think is that Arsenal going in for the likes of Moise Kean is only because of these rumors about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang being linked away from Arsenal. Now, if that does happen, it does seem that maybe Arsenal would need another striker and they would want someone more experienced than Eddie Nketiah. So that's the only time when I could see something like this making any sense. If there is actually some legit rumor with Aubameyang looking to leave Arsenal, potentially even going to Manchester United or Inter Milan, which came out yesterday, then you know what? Let's actually look into getting Moise Kean. Good young striker, lots of experience, and then it would still also have, you know, the likes of Eddie Nketiah could be used as backup as well. That's the only time that this makes sense. But if this deal is actually going to happen with the likes of Eddie Nketiah there, no, completely against it. Absolutely against it. It makes no sense. We've got young strikers capable of doing the job. And finally, I wanted to talk about Alex Iwobi. Literally about 12 hours ago, he did an interview talking about a transfer, and you know, you don't really hear Alex Iwobi doing a lot of interviews, and he mentioned that if Wilfried Zaha did manage to come to Arsenal, that he would actually consider his future at Arsenal Football Club. But he did, you know, come out and say that, you know, he's looking to challenge and he's really looking to kind of fight for his place. But I really thought it was surprising for him to come out, because I know everybody's really gassed on Wilfried Zaha, and I do think Zaha is a better player, is much more of a high profile player in terms of popularity. But if you look at this logically and look at what Zaha did last season, 10 goals, 10 assists, you look at across all competitions. If you look at what Iwobi did last season, he got 9 assists and 6 goals last season. Not a bad return, but if you could look at those numbers, he's not far off from what Zaha did last season. Now, I know Iwobi played a lot more games, but a lot of those games were coming up off the bench and he wasn't really starting and playing 90 minutes worth of games. So for me, and I know I've listened to other YouTubers like the Chig talk about Alex Iwobi, the fact of the matter is that you have two players that are very similar to one another, For me, I think Zaha's a little bit more dynamic. Zaha's much more of a natural ringer than Alex Iwobi. I think Iwobi's been playing out of position for the past couple of seasons. And I think that Iwobi needs to be given a chance in that number 10 role, which is his actual position. It's where he played for Nigeria for the African Cup of Nations. And I think that is his ideal position. It's okay for him to drift out wide, going maybe wide left, wide right. That's absolutely fine. And I think he can still do a job there because he's been playing kind of as a left winger over the past season. But he should be playing in that number 10 position. Now, in terms of if we should sell Alex Iwobi, why? You got Wilfried Zaha, who's 4 years older than Alex Iwobi. 4 years older than Alex Iwobi. And for me, Iwobi is not that far behind. If you give Iwobi maybe a season or two to consistently improve, there's no reason why he's going to be better than Wilfried Zaha. No reason why. Like, Zaha is a player who doesn't score that many goals to begin with. I think the most he's ever scored in a season has been like 14. Assist-wise, he's not really been much of a creator. I think there's a possibility for Arsenal to have both in the squad. But it's one of those where I don't think that Iwobi should be worried. And it's unfortunate that he's consistently used as a scapegoat for when Arsenal do nothing, kind of going forward in that attacking third. But I think that Alex Iwobi is a talented player, and he's a player that we shouldn't be allowing to leave. Now, if it's one of those situations where we sell Iwobi to Palace, maybe with a buyback clause, like 30-40 mil and Iwobi for Zaha, then that's maybe not actually that bad. Then they would give out, because Alex Iwobi would definitely start for them. Then that wouldn't be a bad situation, because we'd be almost using Palace as like a feeder club for us and like a development club. So maybe that situation could be on the cards, but Alex Iwobi would have to want to go to Palace in order for something like that to happen. But fact of the matter is, in my opinion, we shouldn't be selling Alex Iwobi. If he wants to push for a move, if he wants to leave, if we do actually bring in Zaha, then that's a whole nother story that I'll bring a video up at another time. But guys, let me know your thoughts of all these talks about Alex Iwobi looking to leave Arsenal if Zaha comes. Also, what do you think about Moise Kean being linked away from Juventus and to the Arsenal? Leave your comments below, and again, apologies for the sore voice. It's just been one of those weekends, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.